I love Asian cuisine, and I could actually eat it every day. I can't count the times that I've eaten the leftovers for breakfast. This lo mein is loaded with crisp veggies, noodles, and bold flavor, and you don't need to make a sauce separately, and you don't need to buy store-bought sauce that's loaded with high fructose corn syrup, sugar, or those funky ingredients that sound like they're from a chemistry class. Of course, this is fast and easy, so let's dive in. First things first, let's bring a pot of water to boil for the noodles, and while they cook, we'll chop our veggies. If you follow my channel, you know that this is my favorite noodle. It's high in protein and fiber, and it's so versatile. After the water comes to a boil, I'll toss in this pasta. Don't forget to set a timer so you don't get distracted and overcook these. Next, we'll gather a few ingredients together for the sauce, and these will go right into the wok. So we want to have them measured and ready to toss in, and I have made this so many times, I don't even measure it anymore. One of my favorite ingredients is Chinese 5-spice, and sometimes it's called Asian spice. And it is optional, but it really adds a lot of depth if available, and it goes a long way, but it sure adds so much to the dish. Today I'm using a colorful mix of vegetables that I had in my fridge. Mushrooms, some cabbage, carrots, onions. I had a red bell pepper, some fresh broccoli. This is really a great clean out the fridge meal. Just use whatever veggies you have on hand and we'll cook them until they're crisp tender. I've drained my pasta, so let's get this pan hot. And it needs to be really hot so the veggies don't steam. We want those veggies to sear as soon as they hit the pan. I'm using my Breville electric wok, but any stovetop wok will work, or you can use a large wide skillet. We want a surface that's wide to cook the veggies so they don't steam and they stay crisp tender. If you cook them in a tall, narrow pot, the steam gathers on the walls and the steam runs down into the bottom of the pan, and that's what we don't want. Once these veggies are crisp tender, I'll add the shredded cabbage. I want these to sweat just a little bit of the juices, so I'm adding a splash of my soy sauce and just a tiny bit of water. And it's easy to use 2 spatulas for this if you can. Once these veggies are tender, I'll add the shredded cabbage. I add it after the other veggies because it cooks quickly and I don't want it to get overcooked. Our cabbage is crisp tender, and now we'll add our noodles directly to the wok. And this is where you can decide how many noodles you want to add. Now it's time for our sauce, so we'll just add all of our ingredients. Soy sauce, teriyaki, and it is the liquid, not the syrupy type. Chickenless bouillon, a little bit of maple syrup, garlic powder, and you can use fresh, but I'm going for speed here, and crushed red pepper. And last but not least, just a few shakes of the Chinese 5-spice. I've gently stirred everything together, and the sauce is evenly distributed all over the noodles and the veggies. The starch from the pasta was released, and that is how the sauce was thickened. So the noodles are all coated with that sweet savory sauce, and the vegetables are still colorful with plenty of crisp texture. I like to garnish this with some sliced green onions, but that's totally optional. This is ready to serve. I love making lo mein at home. It's fast, it's flexible, and I can load it with as many vegetables as I want without drowning everything in oil or a heavy bottled sauce from the store with those really weird ingredients. That is so good. It's savory, a little sweet. Those red pepper flakes just gave it the right amount of kick. And I love that the vegetables still have that nice crunch. Plus, I made this faster than I could order pickup and go out and get it. And I have control of everything that's in it. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and remember to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss my recipe next week, and I'll see you then.